Hi VC, Dave back with you. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. Halloween was just day before yesterday. Um, yeah, summer is well and truly over. It's a horrible, rainy, miserable day, but I have some interesting vinyl finds to show you all. I had a really nice vinyl charity shop score yesterday, but it's kind of a tale. It's a happy tale and a kind of a sad tale at the same time. I'll explain as I go along. Okay, again, for those who aren't aware, charity shops here are basically the same as Goodwill shops in America. So they're, people donate unwanted clothes, books, records, and they sell them for charity. But there's one in particular I popped into yesterday. It's one I go to quite a lot, occasionally pick up. But somebody was after donating a big, and I mean a big bag of records. A big kind of a shopping bag, a big Only problem is, somebody else had got them, and there was a guy. I think they literally must have, because they didn't have prices on them or anything, and there was. But this guy was going through them anyway. A big pile out. He was going through them all. I waited patiently for him to finish. I could see some of the stuff he was grabbing, and I was like, "Oh no!" I noticed. There was one. Oh, what the hell are they called again? Nectar. There was one Nectar album. I can't think of the name of it now, but it's one that I don't have. I spotted it was a Who, the story of the Who. A lot of these were just some of the ones I could make out the titles of. He went off at about 30 records, like 30, and I thought there was maybe about 15 left behind. I wasn't very hopeful. I thought this guy's grabbed all the best stuff. And I looked through them, and the first decent one I came, it was a weird kind of a collection of stuff now. It was like, there was a lot of kind of 80s pop, and kind of, but anyway, the first interesting one, and the first one that I grabbed, was this, Country Joe and the Fish. This is an album called Together. They're a band who I really only know, I know they're in Woodstock, because I remember watching the Woodstock movie years ago, and I'm kind of really only familiar with that one song of theirs. You know, that song about Vietnam, 1, 2, what are we fighting for? Which isn't on this album, by the way, but yeah, this is from 1968, and this is a German pressing. The fold-out sleeve, which is a little bit kind of hanging on just about. Vanguard Records. A disc, and not too shabby. A few marks, but looks like it's been pretty well cared for, So yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. That was a kind of a hopeful sign. Sifted further through this pile of records, and next one I found was this. Bert Jansch, the Bert Jansch sampler on Transatlantic Records. This is a compilation that came out in 1969. And I thought, well, if he's leaving behind Bert Jansch records, who knows what else he'll have left behind, this guy. Maybe he's not quite as, knowledgeable about his music as perhaps I thought. Yeah, and really, really nice nick. this is some of his, songs like Needle of Death and Angie. Yeah, and for any of you who are not familiar with Bert Jansch, yeah, a legend kind of in development of British folk rock in the 60s. Now, next one I picked out, well, I was really surprised at this one. Soft Machine, alive and well recorded in Paris. Now I know this isn't one of Soft Machine's better albums. It's kind of from 1978. It's recorded in 1977, released in 1978 on Harvest. Not really classic Soft Machine, but damn it, I mean, I've never come across Soft Machine in a charity shop before, and I certainly wasn't expecting to find them in this in this pile of records after that guy had gone through them. And it's absolutely superb, lovely condition. Yeah, so this is the only one I've managed to actually listen to so far. Yeah, it's there's one track on it that the last track, Soft Space, has this kind of almost Giorgio Moroder kind of vibe to it. Oh yeah, and has the dreaded Notting Hill Music and Video Exchange. I mean, you see those all the time, these stickers, and they're really, really hard to remove. Whenever I see them, I just like, I'm not those damn things again. Now, as I said, it was a really unusual mixture of music in this donation, and the next couple of ones I pulled out were really kind of really surprised me. Energy 93. This is a triple album, 3 discs. This is a techno and electronic compilation album. It came out in 1993. Energetic Records. All artists on this compilation performed at Energy 93 Street Parade in Zurich, Switzerland, August the 28th, 1993. Now, Laurent Garnier is on this. Laurent Garnier, always grab Laurent Garnier when I see him, and Caustic Window, which is one of the names that Aphex Twin performs. It's one of those alternative names that he sometimes uses. So definitely anything with Aphex Twin on it is definitely worth grabbing. Triple album. And the next one was the biggest shock of all. Body Count. Body Count Born Dead. Body Count. This was a side project by Ice-T. Yes, Ice-T, the rapper. Kind of a speed metal band, I suppose. Speed metal kind of side project kind of thing that he was involved in the early 90s. This came out in 1994. Yeah, it's not actually on this album, but they released one very controversial track called Cop Killer, which is really a kind of a huge source of controversy. I think it was on the previous album, but I actually found this on cassette. Remember, some of you might remember that big hip-hop cassette haul which I made a few months back, and I actually found this on cassette. I give a few of them to Ben Costello. I think I might have given that one to him. Anyway, the most interesting thing about this is it is It's a numbered limited edition. Well, I suppose limited. It's, I don't know. I think maybe 3,000 copies. I'm not sure, but number 2,300, 2,430, and it is on red vinyl. So there you go. So yeah, really shocked to find that. The total price for 5 records came to €12. They were looking for €3 each, but I asked the lady if she could do a deal on them, and so it kind of worked out at just slightly over €2 each, I think, which is excellent. Really, you know, for these records, you know, I can't complain. That's a pretty decent price. Yeah, so on the one hand, really happy with these finds, but on the other hand, just what I missed out on. If I'd been in there just a little earlier, you know, it's one of those kind of the ones that got away, basically. Yeah, I'd actually show you some other stuff which I found in that place, non-vinyl related. But first off, this is something I found in another charity shop a few weeks ago. This is by the Stone Roses, and this is a 12-inch single, One Love, which came out in 1990. This was €2. Yeah, so quite. I see Stone Roses. See them often come across them on CD, but on vinyl, yeah, rare enough to you know, find them in the wild. You know, well, certainly in charity shops anyway. Yeah, I saw the Stone Roses live in 1995 here in Cork. They were only okay. They were kind of, Rennie the drummer had left at that stage, so it was like 3/3 of the. They had a different drummer, but you know, John Squire and the others were there, so they would put on a bit of a. I mean, it was kind of. They weren't great. They didn't put on a great performance, but still, you know, I can claim to have seen the kind of almost original lineup, you know, back in the day. But anyway, in the same charity shop where I'd made that big vinyl haul, I made some other finds last week. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, 2 VHS video finds. This is David Bowie Series Moonlight, VHS video release of that tour. There's an original. There's an original VHS video from 1984. I believe this was released. The tour was 1983. So lucky I have a video recorder to play this on. Also found Pink Floyd live in Pompeii. This is a 1990s release of this. So yeah, it's filmed in 1972. So we'll look forward to having a look at that. It's on YouTube anyway, but still, I think it's nice to have these. Also, speaking of Bowie series Moonlight, also picked up there. This is the tour program for the series Moonlight tour from 1983. I picked this up for only 20 cents. So very nice find. Yeah, some great pictures in there. So just have it inside this little plastic thing there to keep it safe. Also, finally, in the same charity shop, I found this. I picked this up for 50 cents, I think it was. Pink Floyd The Wall on cassette. I thought at first, you know, it's a double album, so I thought, shit, this is only tape 1. But actually, as it turns out, this is a single tape release, so the entire album is on this single cassette. This is a Portuguese edition. So nice find. I have it on CD, The Wall. I don't have it on vinyl, but now I have it on cassette as well. So nice little find. Okay, so that's it. Hope everybody has a great weekend. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll look forward to your comments.